are y'all doing? All right, so today I would like to get into a topic that is, I don't know, it's kind of controversial, I guess. Not to me, but every time I notice this topic coming up, um, just when talking to other women or just like on YouTube, and just kind of in popular culture, I guess. The subject of um, submitting to your husband is like slavery or something. And I just don't see it that way. So I just kind of wanted to kind of discuss the topic a little bit, just to open up the discussion over here on this channel. And I just wanted to kind of put myself out there a little bit because I'm a work in progress, and I just, I work every day at trying to be better than the day before. And I mean, it's a process, but I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it a little bit. So, when I was married about 13 years ago, actually this month, um, it will be 13 years for us, so that's exciting. But when we were married, we discussed the subject of submission a lot. And I was 27 years old, I think. So my 27-year-old self, like, I was like, yeah, submission, it's awesome. It's great. I love you. It's easy. That's what was kind of going on in my mind. And when I took those vows to love, honor, and obey, it just wasn't a big deal to me. I'm just being perfectly honest. Um, and so, as life went on and, decisions were being made, I struggled with it a little bit. And it wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. So, for example, I mean, I have plenty of examples, but I gave you guys one of those examples in the "I'm so glad he doesn't listen to me" video, when I, discussed my, I guess my process of submission in terms of being in a 2-bedroom apartment for 11 years. Um, so if you, I will put the link to that video in the description box if you want to check that out. But that's definitely that was one of my huge lessons in submission there. But I do want to, tell you guys a story that is a true story. It's, part of my journey. When my son was 2, I decided I wanted to go back to work, and I was just looking for, positions, and I don't know if you guys know this about me. I probably said this in a previous video, I'm not sure, but I love sales. I always have. I absolutely love it. It's exciting, it's thrilling, so I love sales. And so at that particular time, I mean, as you guys already know, my husband's an entrepreneur, excuse me. And at that time, we just needed like a steady income. And because like just a steady income, that's all. Well, if you know anything about sales, steady and salary, that's just not it. So it deals with commission, just ups and downs and all that good stuff. So I wanted to take this marketing, entry level marketing job. And I was like, I get to sell stuff and it's so exciting and it's a management training program. And I was just trying to sell this idea to him. But he was just trying to veer me towards, um, it's funny to me now because my mindset is so different now, but he wanted me to do pharmaceutical sales. And I was like, no way, I'm not going to be a drug dealer. I'm not going to be a drug dealer. And he's like, it's steady pay, salary, all that good stuff. I was like, absolutely not trying to do it. And I did not do it. I was like, absolutely not. And so that kind of started my journey towards, I eventually owned a marketing firm and it came from that position. But the whole decision to do that position in the first place, I mean, this is 5 years of our marriage. It was a total struggle. Like, to be perfectly honest, I mean, I didn't understand this then, and maybe my husband didn't quite understand it at the time, but my husband wanted a work from home wife, which is what I am now. And that's really what he wanted. Because that's just what he wanted. That's really what our family needed. But I'm talking about out here in these Atlanta streets. I mean, I was getting it. From one place to another, it was exhausting. I missed a lot of time with my family. I mean, I was always on conference calls, even when I was not working. I was always receiving calls from my sales team. I mean, it was very difficult. And I was absolutely committed to being successful in that business. And I will put it out there, like I was in total submission to this dream that I envisioned in my head. And I was like, I just have a never quit type attitude anyway. So sales is just amazing for me. For me. And I've convinced myself that this position was like the best way, that I could help my family. I mean, looking back on it, it absolutely was not. But I was absolutely convinced that I was doing the best thing I could possibly do for my family. And let me tell you, it was probably one of the worst things I could have done for my family. At that time, I had a young son. I remember getting like those disappointed looks from like his teachers. This one particular teacher, like it was, I started to get like mom guilt, or I don't know what you call it, but I felt really guilty. I mean, I felt like I couldn't like do everything at home. There was never enough time in the day to do everything. So I was just throwing a lot of things together, just making things work, like trying to prove to myself, trying to, prove to my husband that, the whole thing that was my idea was a good idea. So, I mean, I was lying to myself. So, when I look back on that decision and all of the arguments, all of the, all of the stress and everything I put my family through, all because I was absolutely not in agreement with my husband. I just wasn't. I was not in total submission to my husband and to the vision that he had for our family. And so I did not understand that at the time. But I definitely understand that now. And I've had, several experiences like that throughout this 13-year journey here. But what I'm really passionate about is the fact that a lot of women really wholeheartedly believe that submitting to your husband is a negative thing, and it makes you weak, and it makes you like, I don't know, dumb or stupid or like you, I mean, just a lot of negative. There's a lot of negative connotations to submission, and that's even among women um, who are spiritual, or who are churchgoers, or who have faith, or who read the Bible. Even among those women, submission is a very controversial topic. It's not that way for me. And I just kind of wanted to kind of put that out there because I'm, I strive to be a traditional wife in a modern world. And I mean, I strive to be that, but honestly, being a traditional wife in this modern world, it's difficult. And honestly, I don't even know, maybe it's unrealistic to even think that you can be a traditional wife in a modern world. I mean, we're in the world of quick everything, like my air fryer, the little robot vacuum cleaner, all of that stuff is like so not traditional. Like I mean, I can sew, but when I think about it, there's really no purpose in me sewing because we can just buy everything, you know? I mean, I'm a Hebrew woman, so I do sew, fringes with the border of blue on my garments and in my family's garments. But outside of that, there's really not a necessity to do a lot of traditional housewife things like cooking from scratch and a lot of things that a traditional housewife would really value. I mean, if it's not a hobby, there's really not a necessity for it anymore. But I mean, keeping a clean home and making sure that your family is eating healthy meals and all of that is wonderful. But if you're cooking and you're cleaning and you're doing all those things, but you're not in total submission to your own husband, everything will fall apart. And that's my opinion. Everyone can have their opinion. I happen to think my opinion is valuable. I happen to think that my opinion is righteous. Um, and so everything with submission, like I was saying, it has been a process. And so over, I would say, about a year, I don't even know if it's been that long, about a year or so, I started feeling guilty, like literally guilty, for calling my husband by his first name. Like it started feeling like I was disrespecting him every time I would call him by his first name. And I noticed different Hebrew women, that's my faith, a lot of Hebrew women calling their husbands Lord. And I know it's in the Bible. I know it's there. And so I wanted to share this with you guys because, a lot of people, they say things according to their own opinion or according to what society is feeding them. And these are even people who do read the Bible. And they can be in submission when it comes to their jobs, just like myself. They can be in submission when it comes to perhaps their congregation at church. They can be in submission to certain ideas, even politics, all types of things that people are passionate about. They're submitting to those things every day. But there's only one person in the whole world that a wife is commanded to be in submission to, and that is her own husband. And so I wanted to just touch on this real quick. Okay, so this is 1 Peter 5 through 6. It says, "For after this manner, in the old time, the holy women also, who trusted in God, adorned themselves, being in subjection unto their own husbands, even as Sarah obeyed Abraham, calling him Lord, whose daughters ye are, as long as ye do well, and are not afraid with any amazement." So, I'm Tania. I'm not afraid to say that I am in total submission to my own husband. I'm Tania. I'm making a confession, okay? I am alive and well in this modern world, and I am in total submission to my own husband. And so, I do call him Lord. I do realize that he submits to Christ. I submit to him. That's the righteous order of things. I'm not ashamed. Actually, that guilt that I felt whenever I would call him by his first name, it's been lifted. I have a total sense of freedom. Like I've actually accomplished something in this wife journey. Because believe me, I've come a long way. A really long way. And so guys, if you're out there and you're like me, come out of the shadows. It's okay. It's okay. Us women out here, we're liberated, okay? You can do what you want. It's my choice. I made my choice. I've crossed over. But I just wanted to put that out there. Because, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of women out there that get a little bit, discouraged. But don't be discouraged. It's okay. It's all right. All right, guys. So that's about it. I just wanted to, just touch on that subject a little bit. Let me know how you feel. Whatever it is, it's okay. Speak your truth, girlfriend. But this is Tania. I'm the work from home wife of Atlanta. You guys go ahead, like this video, subscribe. If you like to work from home, you can go to panageinc.com. It's been amazing, my fancy, fabulous friends. So have a great night. And until next time, see you in the next video. Bye-bye.